Once, in a peaceful mountain town called Amberridge, there lived an elderly woman named Grandma Lila. She was well into her 90s, with snowy white hair and deep lines etched into her face from years of smiling. Her eyes sparkled with warmth and wisdom, and everyone in the town adored her. Despite her age and the fact that she lived alone in a small cottage near the town's old maple grove, Grandma Lila was always cheerful. Her husband had passed away decades ago, and she had no children of her own, but you'd never hear her complain. Instead, she greeted everyone with a smile, shared kind words, and spent her afternoon sitting on a wooden bench under the big maple tree, chatting with anyone who passed by. In Amberridge, people worked hard. Some ran small cafes, others farmed on the hillsides, and a few worked in the local craft shops. Life wasn't always easy. The winters were harsh, jobs were scarce, and sometimes families struggled to make ends meet. Many in the town quietly carried heavy worries. One gray morning, a young woman named Mia came to visit Grandma Lila. Mia looked exhausted, with tears on her cheeks and fear in her eyes. "My husband went to the city weeks ago to find work," she said, voice trembling. "But I haven't heard from him. I have 2 kids to feed, and there's barely any food left. I don't know what to do." Grandma Lila gently patted the bench beside her. "Sit with me, dear," she said. "Now tell me, what do you think will happen?" Mia wiped her tears. "I keep thinking, what if he didn't find a job? What if he never comes back?" Lila smiled kindly and said, "Mia, when we fill our minds with fearful thoughts, our hearts grow heavy. But if we choose to think positive, we find strength. And sometimes, good things start to happen." "But how can I stay positive when everything feels so dark?" Mia asked. "Let me share a little story," Lila said, eyes twinkling. "There once was a man who lived by a rocky coast. He was poor. No family, no home, no money. One morning he sat by the ocean, weeping. An old fisherman walked by and asked, 'Why do you cry, friend?' The man replied, 'I have nothing left in this world.' The fisherman smiled and pointed to the sea. 'You have the waves, you have the sky, you have breath in your lungs. That is something. When we focus on what we do have, we make space for hope. And hope changes everything.' The man took a deep breath, looked out at the sea, and for the first time in years he smiled. Lila looked at Mia. The man's life didn't change overnight, but his heart did, and that was the beginning. Mia sat quietly, the story sinking in. "Do you think my thoughts can really change my life?" she asked. "They already are," Lila replied. "Start by telling yourself every morning, 'Today will be a good day.' You'll feel stronger. You'll have the energy to keep going, and your hope will become a light in the dark." Mia nodded slowly. "I'll try." "That's all it takes," Lila said. "A little trying, a little faith." Over the next few weeks, Mia repeated those words every morning. Today will be a good day. She worked hard, cared for her children, and found small joys in her days. Then one morning, a letter arrived. It was from her husband. He had found steady work and was sending money home. Mia burst into tears, this time happy ones, and ran to tell Grandma Lila. "You were right," she exclaimed. "Good things did come." Lila smiled. "You made space for them, my dear. Positive thinking doesn't erase life's problems, but it gives us the strength to face them." Word of Grandma Lila's wisdom spread across Amberridge. More people began to visit her, sharing their troubles and leaving with lighter hearts. And so one little mountain town began to change, one thought at a time. And so one little mountain town began to change, one thought at a time.